What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the peak and the fall of Red Dead Online. Now, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Red Dead Online. It of course is the online version of Red Dead Redemption 2. Not really much to explain there, but we are just going to be looking at how the game first initially looked and how it released and how successful it was and how good it was going to be, and then the downfall of it and what caused it. Basically what it looked like when it released and now in 2024. Ever since Red Dead Redemption 2 released, a month later Red Dead Online released. Now, I know a lot of people, including myself, were super excited to play the online version of the game because I, for one, love the story so much, so I was so hyped to play the game with my friends. Red Dead at the beginning offered so little, but it was so fun. There was not really much to do, there were only really strange missions in the online story to play, but it was still so fun. Because getting used to the controls, just messing around with your friends, those are some of the best times that I ever had in my life, and I would not trade them for anything. Because this game offered me and my friends countless and countless of fun memories. Even though there was not much to entertain us with in Red Dead Online, just the base game of Red Dead Redemption 2 was enough to keep us entertained for endless hours. And it's safe to say that the hype behind Red Dead Online was well deserved, because the game was just coming out after Red Dead Redemption 2 did, and a lot of people were getting ready to play this game once and for all. So when it did come out, there were hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands of players getting ready to play Red Dead Online. It was the most chaotic time in the entire game's life. Red Dead Online offered Red Dead Redemption 2's immersive and detailed open world, but to share with your friends, and I think a lot of people enjoyed that, including myself. But there wasn't really that much to do in Red Dead Online. It wasn't until the Frontiers update that we saw massive changes and massive content drops for Red Dead Online. And this is where, in my opinion, the peak of Red Dead Online took place. When the first initial roles came out, so many people were so excited to play them, and this is where the peak of Red Dead Online came out, because at this time, many players were more focused on grinding Red Dead Online to get the best rewards. Not to mention the outlaw passes that Red Dead Online had at the beginning as well. Those were absolutely amazing. I loved grinding for those outlaw pass rewards. Along with my friends, it actually gave us a ton of stuff to do in the game. So when I was trying to level up the bounty hunter, the collector, the trader, level those up, trying to grind for the outlaw pass, playing the online modes, playing when Red Dead Redemption Online was in its prime. It was just so fun. Because between all those grindy hours and stuff, you would just mess around with your friends, go have a drink at the bar and play poker. It would be absolutely hilarious, and then just have a friendly shootout between you and your boss. It was absolutely hilarious. In my opinion, peak Red Dead Online lasted between late 2018 and at least maybe early 2022 at the latest, for me anyway, but for most people it was probably late 2021. And the reason I say 2022 for me is because I kind of squeezed out the naturalist as much as I could. I tried to grind that role as much as I could, tried to get every animal, and it did take a long time, and I did want to spend as much time as I could on it, but yeah. But during that time period between those years, there was so many countless hours of fun to be had. Between the elimination series, between the grinding of the outlaw passes, the Halloween passes, like all that fun stuff, plus all the roles that they had, all the exciting roles, everything like that, it was absolutely peak. And plus you'd log on and there'd be so many people in a server, it'd be absolutely crazy. And then afterwards, just going to the bar with your friends, playing poker, shooting up a town, getting in a fight with another boss, playing some showdown series, and then just sitting around the campfire. It was absolutely golden, and especially because there were so many new rewards you could grind to as well. Like, for me, personally, I wanted to grind to get all the stables in the game, I wanted to grind to get the best horses in the game, the best gear. There was so much, and it was such a grind, but it was so fun, and it was definitely so worth it as well. Red Dead Online sparked community engagement for Red Dead Redemption 2 like no other part of the game did. All these different roles brought a ton of depth to the game as well, because me and my posse, when everyone was playing, there was like it was so big that we had to have like 2 posses just to fit everyone in it. Me and all my friends used to designate like who had which roles and who specialized in what area, so that we could like strategically make the most money. We had way too much time on our hands, but it was so fun. On my own, the Red Dead solo day, when I was just playing my own, I'd do a bounty, a trader, and a moonshiner, and I'd gain up to $1,000 a day. But when we were down to make money, these two posses weren't formed and everyone played solo in the same server, so that everyone could run a trader at the same time, a moonshiner at the same time, and then while we were waiting, we'd each alternate taking bounties on each person's posse leadership. This way we get done maybe like 8 bounties, and then we go straight into everyone's moonshiners, everyone's trader wagons, we would make a ton of money. I think the most money I made in a day was upwards of 10 grand. So these roles definitely brought a ton of depth to the game. They definitely gave us like different role-playing activities, like who would choose which role that would suit them best. But then right at the heart of Red Dead Online's peak, we stopped receiving updates from Rockstar. And of course, this was the beginning of the eventual downfall of Red Dead Online. Essentially what happened, as the production of Grand Theft Auto 6 grew in more demand for Rockstar, they took teams away from Red Dead Online to then work on GTA 6. This of course in turn left us with noticeable amounts of content decreases in updates every now and then. We went from getting major content updates like the Moonshiner and all those roles until basically nothing for a long while. And it was like this for a very long time as well. We didn't receive any updates for like months, I'm pretty sure. I think there was a time period where it was about 6 months before they actually gave us the extended bounty hunter content. That was the only like thing that they gave us for a long time. And at this time, players were still playing Red Dead Online, they were still grinding, but they were also getting apprehensive about it. They were also getting worried about Red Dead Online's status. Because I know myself and a lot of my friends, and I think a lot of us actually did hold out hope that they were just planning something really big for us to play with. That was my initial thoughts, because there were so many rumors coming out, so many videos on YouTube saying how there were going to be houses, there were going to be all these new exciting roles in like a massive Frontiers 2 update. And it made sense at the time, because I was like, there's no way, because it was not in my head at all. There was not one thought that like the game would just, stop getting updated. So I thought it was just going to be a very long wait for a very big update with tons and tons of new content. So we continued playing Red Dead Online for months and months, but then during that time period where we didn't get any new content for a while, my friends started dropping, and I know a lot of other players did as well. And then once it finally dropped, the Bounty Hunter expansion pack, my friends started joining again. We played a little bit, but then I was like thinking, where is the rest of the content? Like, surely they're going to continue adding more stuff, or like, what's going on? Are they even going to add more stuff? But I always held out hope that they would. And then it eventually happened. There was a very, very, very long time period where they didn't add any new content for like, I'm sure like it was at least about a year. After they released the Bounty Hunter expansion pack, I'm pretty sure there was no updates or new content in the game, or any major content, for almost about a year. During this time, pretty much every single one of my friends stopped playing Red Dead Online, because we all got kind of where we wanted to be, and with no new content, the game kind of grew boring. I still got on every now and then just to check what was going on, just to do daily challenges, and also just to get a bit more money here and there, because in my mind I was still saving up for one of those houses that I thought they would add to the game for us to buy. And there were a lot of memes going around as well that Red Dead Online was like the deadest game in the world because it hadn't received an update in like onwards of a year. But then out of nowhere they finally announced, after so much time, that they were going to bring updates back to Red Dead Online, and that they were finishing up with GTA 6 so they could update Red Dead Online more often. And everyone was saying, this is crazy, like everything's going to be so good now, they're bringing updates back, can't wait for the new content they're going to add. Everything seemed fine as soon as they announced the Naturalist role, and everyone was like, yo, this is going to be so cool, they're finally bringing content back, this is what the content's going to look like, this is only the first bit of content they're going to add, there's going to be a lot more coming later. So once the Naturalist role came out, everyone got it, everyone was grinding it because it was so fun. All my friends got back on Red Dead Online after like a year away, because we genuinely thought that there were going to be more updates coming to Red Dead Online after the Naturalist. And because I love this game so much, I always kept holding out hope that they were still going to update it after the Naturalist, because they said they were. They literally said they were going to update it. They tweeted it, they said it to us, they posted it, they said that they were going to start updating Red Dead Online more often and give us more major content updates. And then after the Naturalist update, everything just kind of went quiet for a while again. And then it was one really sad night. I was playing Red Dead Online with a few of my friends, still trying to get in the groove of it, just messing around, having fun in it. And about a week before this, Rockstar had created a post saying that they were going to update the game more thoroughly with bigger content updates again. So this was about like probably another year after the Naturalist, maybe like 6 months after the Naturalist, maybe more. And then after like 6 months of waiting after the Naturalist role release, we didn't get any more updates. And then about a week before this happened, Rockstar posted something saying that they were going to keep updating the game. They had many more content plans, Take-Two Interactive even posted, saying that they were going to keep updating Red Dead Online because people knew how much they loved the game. 1 week ago, Rockstar was getting ready to prepare even more content for Red Dead Online. The peak of Red Dead Online is going to come back, and then I was playing Red Dead Online with my friends one night, and then we all see this post come through from Take-Two Interactive. And this is the famous post that Take-Two Interactive made for Red Dead Online, basically announcing that the game was going to be receiving no more updates. It was like they gave us this hope and then they just doubled back on it and then decided to cancel on us, because it's like they just had a second thought saying, yeah, we'll give you content, and then like they saw how much work it would be and how much they'd have to take away from GTA 6, and then they were like, oh, okay, we're not going to give you content, so bye. And this was absolutely crazy to me, because like only 10 minutes before I heard that news, I was still thinking about all the updates they were going to add, all the fun stuff I was going to do with my friends again, and then they just said that they weren't going to do it anymore. They said they were going to shift their focus to the release of GTA 6 because they really needed it, rather than Red Dead Online. They said they were still going to give us small updates and patch updates, but nothing like the Outlaw Passes or nothing like any new roles or anything ever again. And the thing that annoys me the most is that they still update GTA 5 Online a lot more than Red Dead Online. That game is like pretty much 12 years old, and they're still updating it more than Red Dead Online. Like GTA Online still has so many DLCs coming in. They just released one like last month, like a new proper DLC and everything. And GTA 6 is releasing next year. Red Dead Online was only out for 3 years, and then what, they couldn't give us any new updates? I love Rockstar, they make great games, they make the best games, but they just don't see the potential that Red Dead had for them. Just because they milk GTA 5 out of nothing. I mean, the game isn't even about gangsters anymore. I mean, GTA Online has flying motorbikes, spaceships and everything. Like, the game is not about gangsters or anything like that anymore. It's just like Fortnite. Like, it's just a bunch of crazy stuff jammed into a small map of chaos. I mean, GTA 5, a 12-year-old game. A 12-year-old game that has been squeezed to the life out of it, where they're adding spaceships and flying motorbikes with missiles attached to them. When you're talking about a gangster game, yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Missiles on a motorbike that's flying in the sky while a UFO is shooting me with a ray gun. Like, it makes no sense. But they can still add stuff like that to GTA Online. They can still add DLCs to GTA Online, like literally last month, but they can't add any new content to Red Dead Online. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's hugely appreciated. Really hope you enjoyed the video, found it informative, I guess. If you did, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. I really want to hear what your thoughts are about Red Dead Online's disappearance and its fall and its peak. I want to also hear like all the memories you guys made, like all the peak like times in Red Dead Online for you guys, because I know it was a ton of fun for me. Thanks again for watching. Let me know in the comments what videos you guys want to see more of, and I'll get straight onto it. And I will see you in the next one. See ya!